How do I stick lift? How do I get these stick lift objectives done? We have 50 stick lifts to do to get our free 93. That it feels like the one and only thing that is in the way for everybody. Well, I'm going to show you right now why you're taking penalties and how to avoid them and how to get a successful stick lift to make life easier on you so you can get that free 93. After I show you the stick lifts, how not to do them and how to do them, I'm going to go over who I think is the best candidate for your free 93 build in week 1. That might change when we get the week 2 players come Friday. But as of right now, and as of week 1, who is the best one? Let's go find out after we show you guys how to do a good stick lift. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you did like it, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget that sub button and notification bell down below so you don't miss anything in the future. But let's get into it and see what we got. Okay, so when it comes to the stick lift, it's X on PlayStation or A on Xbox. And I'm slowing it down here just to show you it's all about placement. So I'm going to show you why you may be getting penalties and how to avoid those penalties when it comes to the stick lift. Because everyone's trying to get the 93 overall. And here are a couple of clips on what you might be doing wrong and how you can get better at doing them. So at first I'm going to step in here and you're going to see I'm kind of lined up with the middle of the shaft. And if you're lined up with the middle of the shaft, what is in the middle of the shaft? Austin Matthews' hand. And what are you going to get? A slashing. So we're going to come in, and you're going to see me give him a little stick lift, and that stick goes right through the center of the shaft where his hand is, giving you that slashing animation that the refs give you in the penalty. So how do we avoid that? Let's go to an option to avoid that from happening so you can get a successful stick lift with no penalty. Okay, so what you're going to see here, instead of coming directly at the side, I'm going to come kind of in beside him at the back of him. So you're going to want to line yourself up kind of parallel where you're aiming the stick more towards the curve or the blade instead of the center of the shaft. So here I'm parallel to him instead of coming at him sideways where I'm hitting the center of the shaft. Now I'm going to come down closer to the blade. And when you see me take a swing at it here, I miss the center of the shaft because of where my stick is lined up. So that's not a penalty call. Now you're going to see I inch myself forward and I take a stab at it and I get a successful stick lift without drawing the penalty. Now I lose the puck, so I'm going to take another crack at it, showing you down by the lower end of the blade, you can get a successful stick lift without taking a penalty. It's all about placement. That is where you're struggling with that penalty. So as I showed you before, you got to place it down at the bottom. You hit the center of the shaft, you're going to hit the hand, slashing down at the bottom. You can do it 2-3 times in a row, and it won't be a penalty because you're nowhere near his hands and you're hitting the blade, which is what a stick lift is supposed to be. You hit down at the curve, down by the blade, not the shaft where the hand is. Let's see one in motion. Okay, now this one is going to be in motion to show you what it looks like and what you're aiming for. See how we're skating parallel here? And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut in, getting closer to the body, but remembering to keep my stick towards his blade. Because if I was to curl towards him aggressively, then my stick would be more in the middle of his stick and it would slash the shaft, making it a slashing. But this way, staying parallel, my stick is going to stay parallel with his. So when I do the pop, it's farther down and away from his hands, and that's how you get a stick lift. And that is a stick lift in motion, successful, no penalty, and that's how you get them done. Now, I wanted to go over those because people have been struggling with the get 50 stick lifts. I've only done champs so far, and I got 10 stick lifts done, but you have 24 days technically, but you have 12 days before you get the daily packs. So you got time to get it done. Take your time, and we're going to get a free 93 out of it. So it is worth it. Yes, it's going to be a little frustrating, but those tips on how to stick lift is going to be a way on how to avoid taking penalties. If you just focus on staying parallel to the body and stick lifting forward, it will get the player beside you, but as long as your stick is parallel with his instead of coming across it, you won't get a penalty. Or it'll be less likely you get a penalty. It's all positioning when it comes to the stick lift. But let's add, with the 93, we're only in week 1 right now. I have built all of them, and I'm playing with all of them over on my MSP account. So which one do I think out of week 1 is the best? Which one is the front runner, in my opinion, to take as your free 93? If you have a hole now, go ahead, fill it with a 93, build them up, and then select somebody else. But my opinion on who is the best player in week 1 is Bryan McCabe. I know people are saying his stats don't look the best. He looks slow and clunky, but out on the ice, he's amazing, and his slap shot is fantastic. You take slap shots with this card, it goes in the net. From the blue line, I rip bombs, and it just gets there. This Bryan McCabe, in my opinion, is the week 1 best card to take as the free 93. Now, if you're looking for a forward, it has to be Marian Hossa. Marian Hossa has been incredible for me on the MSP team. He is leading all these forwards in goals. Bryan McCabe has 15 goals in like 16 games. It is crazy. You just throw him the puck, he slams a slap shot in top shelf. It's beautiful. But Marian Hossa is leading the forwards in goals, points, and he feels amazing on the ice. That is what I go with a lot when I'm deciding which card is the best per event. When I do these MSP teams, it's which one feels good on the ice. We can all look at cards and we can say this card looks good because of this reason, like his 95 speed was a 6'1" and his defensive awareness is elite. Plus he comes with unstoppable force and snipe, which we all love, but we don't know what he feels like on the ice. I have used this card on the ice. He feels amazing. He is by far the best one out of this forward option. So if you're going for a forward, I would go with Marian Hossa. I feel like out of this group in week 1, Marian Hossa is the forward that'll last the longest. Bryan McCabe is ridiculous in my opinion, and I feel like Bryan McCabe is the week 1 winner. Marian Hossa being a close 2. If you need a forward, I could see you taking him over him. But not only that, guys, over on the God Squad, where I have just a stud-built team, I'm not just saying that Bryan McCabe is the best one, because I feel like that over on the MSP team. He was so good on the MSP team that I built him on the God Squad, and he is on the first line. Now over here, I'm not taking as many slap shots with Bryan McCabe because my forwards have such a good shooting ability that I usually find myself getting down low and shooting, short side snipes with them. But Bryan McCabe still has 10 points in 12 games. And that's just in champs. He has only touched this team in champs. So he is playing very good hockey. And 93 speed, it doesn't feel slow out there. He gets there. The 95 agility is what really helps this card. He turns and he gets into position fast. And his 99 slap shot power, his 97 slap shot accuracy, ridiculous, with 99 defensive awareness and 95 body check. The Bryan McCabe is the one I like, and that is the way to get the 50 stick lifts to get it done, guys, so you can stop taking penalties, get through this challenge quick, and get your free 93 overall. Bryan McCabe, boys, he is my favorite, and he has been producing for me on both accounts. I love the card. I really do feel like he's the best. And I'm a Leaf, big Leafs guy, so maybe it's a biased opinion. If you do think that Bryan McCabe isn't the best card and he is a biased opinion, you're like, I'm going forward, which one? Like I said, Marian Hossa is the guy. He feels really amazing on the ice. He's got a great shot, great speed. I think out of all of them, he will last the longest on your team. That's why I would say take him. Svechnikov has 1 inch taller on him, but he just doesn't feel it. The Svechnikov card just doesn't feel it. But thank you guys for watching the video. I hope you did enjoy it. I hope this helps you get those 50 stick lifts done so you can get this out of the way, get your free 93. But till next time, guys, smash those objectives and ciao, ciao.